What's up, YouTube? It's James the Blue Engine, and today I got some updated NFL news for you. Starting with the first one, which is the Tennessee Titans new logo. That's right, Tennessee fans. What you're about to see is your new logo for this season. Onwards. It was just announced at the NFL that the Titans released their new logos and uniforms yesterday at 3 p.m. Central. According to the NFL and the Tennessee Titans website, their new uniforms and logos are a reference to the first years in the NFL, when they were known as the Houston Oilers, but then moved to Tennessee to become the Titans in 1998. And then 2002 got a new Houston team called the Texans. And both teams were placed in the AFC South, thus forming a division rivalry. Well, Titans fans, here is your new logo. New logo, new wordmark, and new uniforms. And some bad news are the Raiders and the Ravens originally agreed for a trade of Maxx Crosby and two draft picks from 2026 and 2027. Unfortunately, after his trade, he failed his physical, thus sending him back to the Raiders. Ravens fans, I'm sorry to hear this, but don't worry. At least y'all have former Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson as its replacement. Unfortunately for us, Crosby can go anywhere. But let's just hope he doesn't go to Chicago. He'll at least go to Dallas to join Rashawn Gary. And we do have some free agency off-season news. Kyler Murray, former Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray, has signed with the Vikings. Daniel Jones has secured a 2-year extension with the Indianapolis Colts. The New York Jets selected the same quarterback they drafted back in 2013, and it was Geno Smith, who, after struggling with the Las Vegas Raiders in his only season there, the Raiders decided to move on from him and traded him back to New York for a 6th-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. And the Jets gave him a new deal, only paying him $3.3 million of his $19.5 million total compensation for this season, and is expected to be a starting quarterback for the 2026 season, in a move that serves as a low-cost, lowest-bridged quarterback option while restricting the 2026 draft picks. And like I mentioned, this trade was a reunion, as the Jets originally drafted him in 2013. So, I'm sure you all know veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, right? The guy who was originally drafted by the Ravens, for whom he won Super Bowl 47 with, and played the Packers twice with the Browns and the Bengals in weeks 3 and 6 respectively. Well, guess what? He's currently fighting for a starting job as quarterback, and is scheduled to become a free agent this Monday. If he can't find a starting job, the Bengals will have to stick with him. Otherwise, top potential landing spots, if he doesn't resign with Cincy, here are the teams that are most likely to acquire him: the Steelers, the Browns, the Vikings, the Cardinals, the Jets, and the Dolphins. Minnesota is in need of a veteran starting option for 2026 to bridge the gap while J.J. McCarthy continues to develop. Although I did mention them getting Kyler Murray. And the Steelers are reportedly high on Joe as a bridge quarterback option for this season. Should this move happen, Flacco would complete the AFC North circuit, which means they play for every team in the division, which is something that has yet to be accomplished. A Browns reunion for Joe remains possible as they still have questions in their quarterback room. They do have young talent like quarterback Shedeur Sanders, but they like Joe's veteran presence and history with the team, as he is a viable candidate, having guided them to a playoff berth 3 years ago. The Cardinals are emerging as a potential spot for a bridge starter to stabilize their offense. Yes, and the reason why is that Kyler Murray left. Many teams previously considered potential fits for Joe, such as the Falcons and the Raiders, but the Falcons acquired Tua Tagovailoa, whereas the Raiders are looking for some other quarterbacks other than Joe. So, Flacco's concern still remains uncertain. And is yet to be decided which team he would end up playing for besides the Bengals in 2026. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The Packers made another move involving the Dolphins, as former backup quarterback Malik Willis went to sign for quarterback with the Miami Dolphins, which is pretty sad. But we have the Dolphins on our home schedule in 2026, which could be a revenge game for Malik Willis. And we yet have more defensive temperatures, as Nate Hobbs, who was our cornerback, just signed with the 49ers. And the Raiders signed Quay Walker in free agency. That's the third Packer who has a relationship with the Raiders, with the other two being Nate Hobbs and Josh Jacobs. Left tackle Rasheed Walker joined Carolina, signing a 1-year deal with the team. Our offensive lineman Elton Jenkins signed with the Cleveland Browns. Wide receiver Romeo Doubs signed a 4-year, $70 million deal with the Patriots. And Sean Ryan. And I've already talked about the trades, so yeah. But we have our good side. Adding Javon Hargrave signed to a 2-year, $23 million deal to anchor the interior defensive line after the Vikings released him. We got cornerback Benjamin St-Juste, who joined on a 2-year, $10 million contract to bolster our struggling secondary. Wide receiver / kick returner Sky Moore signed a 1-year deal for $2.5 million to our ongoing special teams needs. Guard Sean Ryan secured as a longtime center with a 3-year, $33 million extension. Tight end Josh Wiley re-signed to a 1-year, $22 million deal. And last but not least, we restructured contracts for safety Xavier McKinney and O-line Aaron Banks to create additional cap room for free agency. Well, that's it for today. Make sure y'all hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye! And Pickle Sock, go Pack, go!